Today, we are discussing 5 horror movies, but to be more specific, Adrian, let them know.
5 of the most influential horror movies of all time.
Welcome back to the Boo Bros channel, and as always, thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys are having a perfectly splendid day, because today we got a fun video for you. But before we get into that, I'm Eddie.
And I am Adrian. We're 2 members of the Boo Bros. We're this YouTube powerhouse, not really powerhouse, we're more like superheroes. Not really superheroes, but we cover haunt events and theme parks from nationwide.
There's no other channel like this on YouTube at the moment. We have a huge variety of creators, all the way from East to West Coast, covering everything from theme parks, haunts, holiday events, travel, and much more. So if you could do us a big favor, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if you see any particular creator on there that you enjoy, make sure to subscribe to their channel as well if you haven't already subscribed to all of us. Now, in no particular order, here's Adrian with his first film.
I will be starting this list with the movie that started the universal classic monster craze of the 1930s. That's right. I'm going to be talking about the 1925 classic Phantom of the Opera. In this film, aspiring young opera singer Christine Day discovers that she has a mysterious admirer intent on helping her become a lead performer. This enigmatic masked presence is Eric, a horribly disfigured recluse who lives underneath the Paris Opera House. When the Phantom takes Christine prisoner and demands her devotion and affection, her suitor sets out to rescue her. This film was released November 15th, 1925, and has a Rotten Tomatoes score of 90% as well as an audience score of 84%.
At number 2, we have the found footage film that inspired the trend of found footage films that is still present today. This movie is none other than the Blair Witch Project. The story leads them to the forest in Maryland to film a documentary about the legend of the Blair Witch. They soon become victims to the legend itself, and we are left to watch the found footage of their last moments. There was a lot of confusion on whether the footage was real or not, which was all due to some crafty backstory building prior to the release. Crafty filming and script tension building also made this movie terrifying without ever really showing much. The film was made on a tiny budget, which led to a record-breaking earnings to cost ratio when the film grossed somewhere around $250 million, but cost less than $100,000 to make. None made more of an impact than its contribution to the found footage genre. This film ended up with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 86 and 56 by audience members.
Coming in at number 3, we have one of my all-time favorite horror movies. This movie really brought to life the meta horror genre. This movie is called none other than Scream. With this film, Wes Craven reinvented and revitalized the slasher horror genre with this modern horror classic, which manages to be funny, clever, and scary. As a fright-masked knife maniac stalks high school students in middle-class suburbia, Craven is happy to provide both tension and self-parody as the body counts mount, but the victims aren't always the ones you'd expect. This film went on to have 3 sequels, along with a 5th installment slated to release January 14th, 2022. The movie released December 20th, 1996, and ended up having both a 79% Rotten Tomatoes score and audience score.
At number 4, we have one of my personal favorites and the GOAT of all slash movies. If you don't know what I'm referring to, I'm talking about the original Halloween. On a cold Halloween night in 1963, 6-year-old Michael brutally murdered his 17-year-old sister, Judith. He was sentenced and locked away for 15 years, but on October 30th, 1978, while being transferred from a court date, a 21-year-old Michael Myers steals a car and escapes Smith Grove. He returns to his quiet hometown of Haddonfield, Illinois, where he looks for his next victims. The impact this movie has made transcends his 11 films and has made an impact via novels, comic books, merchandise, and even games. With one of the most iconic scores in horror, this film is known to have inspired a long line of slasher films. Met with critical acclaim by critics, this film set the foundation for a franchise that continues to attract audience and break box office records until this day. This masterpiece by John Carpenter was released October 25th, 1978. This movie earned an impressive 96% on Rotten Tomatoes and 86% by audience members.
And last but not least, we have a film that still terrorizes people to this day. This film is what basically popularized the possession film. And that's right, I know you're thinking about it already. It's The Exorcist. This is a tale of an exorcism that is loosely based on real events. When young Reagan starts acting strange, doing things like levitating and speaking in tongues, her worried mother seeks medical help, only to hit a dead end. A local priest, however, thinks the girl may be possessed by a dark entity. The priest makes a request to perform an exorcism, and the church sends an expert to help with the difficult job. And if you've seen the movie, well, you know the rest. This movie released December 26, 1973, and ended up with an 83% Rotten Tomatoes score and an 87% audience score.
Now that is it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed the list and agree with it. If you don't agree with it, let us know in the comments below. Let us know if anything on this list surprised you, or maybe there was information that you weren't aware of. But that being said, I'm Eddie from Eddytainment, one of the Boo Bros.
I'm another Boo Bro, I'm Adrian from Losh TV. If you guys like this, please give it a thumbs up. Like Eddie said, comment down below what you think was an influential movie that we didn't mention, or something that you feel is better than what was on the list for that said genre.
And if you enjoyed today's video and want to stay tuned for additional content of theme parks, travel, and holiday-related events from East to West Coast nationwide, several different creators, make sure to subscribe.
And as always, stay spooky, everybody. The outro already rolled. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for being so supportive. You guys are fantastic. If you're still listening to me, just subscribe already. Yeah. Give it a thumbs up. Thank you.
Why haven't you subscribed already?
Yeah, like, come on, we're waiting.
Yeah.
We're growing. We're growing.
Yeah, click it. Click it. Click it. Just click it.
And that bell, just make it dance too.
Just do it. Just do it.
See you guys later.